Do you struggle with knowing what items to pick up? Do you have a hard time knowing how much to price an item for? Do you wish eBay gave us more information? Well, I have good news for you. eBay gives us all of this information and even more, all within product research. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how I use product research to help me find market trends and price my items appropriately. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to share with you how I create a BOLO list of items that will sell quick. In my last video here, I talked about market trends and how you have to stay ahead of the trends to stay ahead of your competition and to avoid slow periods such as the summer slowdown. However, I never actually broke down how to find market trends. So let's get into that. Now, eBay has recently added product research to the eBay app. Personally, for me, it doesn't give me as much information as I would like to see. So for this video, I'm going to show you everything using the desktop version of product research. However, do know that they have a dumbed down version of product research on the app that you can also use. So the first thing you want to do is log on to ebay.com and go to your seller hub. Once you're on your seller hub, you're going to go to the tab that says research and drop down to product research. This is going to bring you to the correct area to start doing some product research on different items and seeing what they sell for throughout different times of the year. Now, I personally recommend that you just play around with this for a while and get the hang of how it works and what different filters you can use and how to find different product information. The more you play around with it now, the more you'll know how to use it later when you're actually doing some product research. One thing to keep in mind is that the search engine on product research is completely different than the search engine on ebay.com. The search engine on product research is an exact search. So if you type something in and spell it wrong, it will not bring up any of those items. So if you type in a brand name and you spell something wrong within that brand name, it's not going to show you any similar items because it's only looking for the exact search. This also means that I tend to go more broad with my searches, because if I narrow it down too much and that seller that listed that item or sold that item didn't have that exact phrase within their title, it's not going to pull it up on product research. So during product research, I like to go as broad as I can. Instead of saying men's cool shorts, brown, hiking, size 32, I'm probably just going to type in cool shorts to get a feel for the overall market. If I go too specific, it's only going to pull up the listings that have all of those specific phrases within it. So I'm going to show you two examples here of things that I do and look for. However, do know that the more you play around with this, the more little hidden gems you'll find, and there's a lot of actual useful tools within this. So let's start with the first example. Let's use cool shorts. So when I type in cool shorts, it's going to bring up all the sold inventory here. So the first thing I want to do here is change the time frame. So I'm going to look at just the last year because I'm not curious about how they were selling 3 years ago. I want to know within this last year how they were selling. So when you scroll down, there's going to be a chart here, and it's actually going to give you some pretty useful data. It's going to tell you what the average sold price is, which is $21.65. It's going to say 7% have free shipping. So this means that you probably don't have to offer free shipping on cool shorts because most other sellers aren't offering that. However, you can also look at it a different way and say most sellers are not offering free shipping, so if I do, my listing will stand out. It's actually going to tell you how many sellers there are, a little over 13,000. It's going to tell you the average shipping price. So these are good basic numbers. I don't typically use these exact numbers when I'm pricing my items because they take in a lot of data in order to get to that information. So it could be taking in stained shorts, it could be taking in weird size shorts that aren't going to sell for as much, and it's giving you an average. So even though this gives me a good baseline for a price of somewhere around $20 plus $7 in shipping, I'm not going to create my listing based off of just those prices. I'm going to go into the actual solds within the last 90 days. I'm going to get a little more specific into the size and the color and the style and see what they're realistically selling for depending on what size I have, what color, and what style I have. I want to get a little more into the details when I'm creating my listing. However, this is some just good market research to know that typically cool shorts will sell for around $20 plus $7 shipping. Now, if you go down here to this chart, you can scroll sideways and it will actually give you more information. So the next chart here is actually going to show you the total sold. So as you can see, from like September to March, the sales drop. So this is where I was talking about in the previous video here about how you want to know what the trends are so you can prepare for them. So maybe in February is a good time to start picking up cool shorts, because you know once March and April hit, you're right in the season, and that the majority of the cool shorts are selling April and the end of July. This is super helpful to understand the trends. You can also go up and change this to 3 years, so you can look at it over the last 3 years and say, is this brand or is this category actually growing, or is this shrinking? Has cool shorts grown over the last 3 years, or have they started to tank off? And then you can kind of know, well, I have a whole bunch of them out there listed. Maybe I should start selling these off a little bit cheaper so I don't end up with them as they're racing to the bottom. I'm not going to break down all the other charts, but there are some other good ones in here. And then there's the distribution within the top categories. This is super helpful. With cool shorts, you probably know that they're going to go men's shorts or women's shorts, but if there's an item that you're not sure of which category it should be listed in, this is the perfect place to come and see where the majority of them are listed. Now, the majority of them for cool shorts are listed within clothing, shoes, and accessories, which is where they should be listed. There's a few people that have listed them in sporting goods, and then there's even 25 people that have listed them in books and magazines. They made a mistake when creating that listing, so you don't want to follow that trend. But if you don't know where to start or what category your item should sell in, this is a great place to come see. There are some items that can sell in both categories. So something like an NFL shirt, you could sell it in men's clothing, but you could also sell it in NFL collectibles. And you can come in here and see which category owns the most sales or the most listings. So for the second example, let's use Wii Mario Kart. So I'll type in Wii Mario Kart here, search it, and once again, I'm looking at the last year. I'm not curious about what they sold for 2 or 3 years ago. However, if you want to see whether Mario Kart's going up or down, you can also check that. What I find interesting here is it has an average sales price, and it has an average shipping price. 47% are shipped. But what I like to see here is that there's a huge premium on Wii Mario Kart during the November-December timeframe. And I like to know that because not only is there a higher demand for these items during that time frame, the Christmas time frame or Q4, but it also allows you to charge a premium during that time frame. So if you're going in and you're listing something during that November-December time frame and you're basing it on just the last 90 days of information, you might be looking at listings from, say, September or October, and during that time frame there's not a premium on this game. However, you're coming up on that time when there will be a premium on that game because everyone is looking for it. So like you can see here on November 25th, it sold for $60.94, which is up significantly just from October 28th, where it was selling for $45 on average. And once again, you can go through the charts here and you can see that the total items sold during the December and November timeframe increases dramatically over the rest of the year. This is another trend that you want to know, that video game sales increase going into Q4, just like shorts increase going into the summer months. Another thing to mention here is if you search something that's super rare just on the generic eBay.com search and it doesn't pull up anything, it doesn't mean that it's not a valuable item or that no one has ever bought this item. What I like to do if I think that this item is super rare is I will use the product research on my phone and do a quick search for it within the last 3 years. Because eBay only keeps actives and solds for 90 days on the platform, that's the only information you had. So if you picked up an item and it hasn't sold within the last 90 days, you're going to see 0 sold within the last 90 days and you're going to think, well, no one's buying this. However, if you go into product research, you can actually pull up that information from the past 3 years, and with rare items, you might find out that it's only sold once or twice within the last 3 years, but it's sold for an incredible amount of money because there are no other ones listed on eBay. So just because you search on eBay.com and it doesn't pull up any solds or any active listings, if I believe that the item is rare or valuable, I do recommend hopping in the product research real quick and just running it through there just to make sure that it hasn't been selling within the last 3 years and it's just not showing up within the last 90 days. It could have sold 91 days ago and you still wouldn't see it because eBay is only based on that 90-day running cycle. If you are enjoying this video, you're not going to want to miss next week's video. So be sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss any future content. Now, the next tool I'm going to show you, you actually have to have an eBay store subscription. Anything basic and higher, you will have access to this level of tool. However, if you don't have a basic store subscription or higher on eBay, you're not going to have access to this tool. However, it is super valuable. And if you're paying for a store subscription, you should be using this tool. So once again, we're going to go onto our seller hub, and you're going to go under research, and then there's something called sourcing insights. So sourcing insights is huge. I use this throughout the year to try to find items that I don't know about that are trending in the market. Now, once again, I highly recommend that you come in here and play with the tools in here and dig around and see what works for you. There's a ton of different charts, tons of different information, and I'm not going to break it all down for you in this video. So I highly recommend that you spend a little bit of time and dig through this information and see what's on there and what can help you. One of the things I like to do is come right to this main page here, and it's going to give me categories of items that have great opportunity. So one of them that's super interesting here is game calls. Now, if you're not a hunter or know anyone that hunts, you might not be aware that it is actually turkey season right now. So there's a lot of people out turkey hunting. So once you click on game calls, it actually brings you into more information, and it lets you know what items are actually selling. So right here, you can see that turkey box calls are the #1 seller right now, with a ton of people looking, clicking, and actually buying these products. And this will change throughout the year. So like if you're coming into deer season, you might see game calls pop back up again, but it's not for turkey calls, it's going to be for deer calls. One of the things I talk a lot about is having the knowledge, but you can't have the knowledge on everything. Maybe you're not into hunting. However, if you're willing to sell anything, you can actually figure out what the hunting seasons are, or when to buy these items, or when to sell these items, just based on digging through this product information. Another great example here is electric fences. Now, if you're not a dog owner, you might not be aware of this, but under electric fences here, you're going to see that the top thing selling right now is wireless pet safe. And why is that? Well, the weather is getting nicer throughout the United States, and during this time frame, people are putting their dogs outside more often, and they want some kind of way to keep their animals fenced in. So right now is an amazing time to be selling wireless fences, and especially the Pet Safe brand. This is a great tool to come in here, dig around, learn the market trends, and then dig a little bit deeper. If you don't know what is selling within Pet Safe wireless fences, go back to ebay.com, type in Pet Safe, and go through the solds and see what's actually selling. But this page actually tells you what's a great opportunity, and then you can learn more about it. You can create your own custom BOLO list off of this by saying, you know what, in the spring, I know that I want to pick up turkey calls and dog fence collars, because there's a market for it, and eBay is actually telling us what to go out and source. If you need some help with your eBay reselling business, I have some great news for you. I have been helping a lot of you guys through messages, DMs, and even some Zoom calls. And I have decided to go ahead and start a custom one-on-one coaching service. The waitlist is live right now. And unfortunately, because this is going to be 100% custom to you and your store, and it's going to be one-on-one with me, there's only so many hours within the day. So the earlier you sign up on this waitlist, the quicker I will be able to get to you and help you out with growing your reselling business. If this is something that interests you, the link is in the description to join that waitlist, and I look forward to working with a lot of you guys and helping you guys grow your reselling business to whatever level you want to grow it to. And if you enjoyed this video, I think you're going to love this one, so go ahead and give it a click.